Okay, so that's working, but it's not flipping. I can fix that later. We seem to be functioning. Hi guys. It's me again. With another new character, because I'm me again.
Pleased to meet you. We'd like you to help test.
Plato interface online. Designation superhero.
We'll do the same bit we did yesterday. Run through the invasion simulation pretty quick.
All frequencies over.
That was a little hotter than I was expecting.
Thank goodness you're here. I'm glad you're here.
Indeed, thank goodness I am here. Oh, didn't get that.
I'm glad you're here. Any Hular attack ships, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, so I hear. Notice I had these same two basic attacks. So I had the rest of them.
Press the tab key to select the nearest enemy target. Pressing.
Excellent work. Preventing the... I'm glad you're here. Any assist... Thank you again for your assistance. I'm glad you're here. Any ass...
See, I have the same two basic attacks, but primary stats. Presence on this, the secondary is recovery and dexterity. So none of the three stats are the same as the ones I was playing yesterday. If I must feed, then I shall feed and eat. Besides, it tastes better. Practicalities matter. Hey, another new player.
Well, I sure... My administration. When the QR attacked my administration.
Not entirely sure what man's southern extraction.
Hero points are displayed as stars at the bottom of your hero's portrait.
Just tidy up these
Move near the flashing interactive
little
object.
jerks.
Press the F key or click the interact button and then wait for the progress bar.
I've got the emergency plans. You know, this character, for instance, recovers the energy a lot faster than is the energy for all. So, good evening. Hi. Happy Friday evening. Hopefully, the weekend has begun. That it will be delightful for you. I was always a big fan of the weekend. Go figure. Don't actually go figure. Stay. You can figure.
Many thanks. I will activate my administration. My administration. I have information sheets. My administration.
A Politicians, man. Politicians.
The mission heading indicator is a directional arrow that will guide you to your primary mission. You can set any mission as a primary mission by clicking the number in the mission tracker or from the mission journal J key by selecting a mission and pressing the Make Primary button.
Yeah. Use the secondary finish here. Builder. It's too slow. It didn't quite channel up enough energy to finish it. Sad so much. Attack. One shot at him. The little colored objects that are falling are temporary.
Blocking reduces all damage taken. The pulsing blue circle ahead of you marks a respawn point.
That will conquer the,
Talk about cutting it close. Our abilities.
Him.
I'm really worried I have some him. I'm really worried I might miss my flight.
If I survive this alien invasion, I'm gonna
Press F when you're a silver exclamation point to pick up an item or object on the ground.
Those guys dropped any goodies, I think. Haven't done civil of them, I should say. Good. First medical supplies. More. Didn't drop any either. Jerk.
Find additional missions by exploring. If a starburst appears behind the crime computer button, it is alerting you to an available mission in the area.
Many other Qlar are closer to the...
Medical device we need. Go back with the ranged drones after we turn in these quests.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Gaining a level is an opportunity to
Rough as
improve your
things are
hero.
here.
To buy new powers or customize existing ones, make sure to visit up.
I'm really worried I might miss my flight to Canada.
Her complete well-to-do. Gathered 1,000 resources. Oh, you know how it is. Aliens invade. All of a sudden, everything goes to hell. Yes, let us remove these. Talk to her.
You're a sight for sore eyes. get out there and kick those Kular. Dr. Silverback, you take get out there and kick those Kular back to whatever galaxy they came from.
Starter pack. Open starter pack now. Fill up. So that's a heal. That's a 10-pack of heals. Right. Recovery, I don't see myself using that shit.
Equipped devices are activated by clicking their icon or pressing the associated key. Control 1 through 5 by default.
Let's go ahead and pop out the drone. And great, we're getting credit for defeating the enraged drone. Two things we need to do. The other is obviously just regular drones that are not enraged. Firebug shooting at me. The firebug was shooting at me. We got some more enraged drones. Seven out of 9. A couple of regular drones here. Catch. And you too. Bust out the scanner drone. Regular drones. Enraged drone. To talk to Dr. Silverback. Obviously a precursor to the super genius monkey character in Overwatch.
Salutations, my esteemed compatriot. I was connect the drone. Do be careful. Do be careful.
Open missions are missions tied to a specific location.
Yep. There is somebody else around. Or maybe he's got credit for a kill. That. Noxian Scion. 1 second. I have a spiel. You're about to get to hear it. And also a hello from the Raven Force. What? What? Okay. Surprise. I have been raided by Cryptic themselves with 107 people. Hi, guys. You've got our first follow. This will apply to anyone else who follows. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and occasionally complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very much for the follow. Plural. Hi, guys. And again, this one is, let's see, so far we've got Noxian Scion, Adam Deant Plays, Inspired Popsicle, like that, and Prismatic Vortex. Those are actually unusual selection quality names. And RW Venge, or Boss Revenge. Hi, guys. so I'm just playing a little bit of, guess what? I am a lifetime sub. I've played it off and on since beta, so I have been around for a while. I am a variety streamer. I play various and sundry games, mostly MMOs, but not exclusively. So many follows, I feel validated. I got I played City of Heroes at launch. I played DCUO at launch. So I tried all the superheroes. Played a lot of Marvel heroes, for those of you who remember the AR. Basically, if it's a, generally speaking at least, if it's a Western AAA MMO, I've played it and probably launched. I've played some of the Eastern MMOs. Well, back in the day, I don't remember. Eclipse, I think. Was Eclipse? No, Eclipse was my Star Wars Galaxy server. I don't remember what I played back in the day, and there is also the private City of Heroes servers, but I would feel a little odd plugging those after a raid from Cryptic. I cannot argue with the logic of getting some food, as that seems like a fine plan. I've had mine. I eat early so that I can... Oh, you little... So that I can stream East Coast Prime Time. I am a long-time Cryptic enthusiast in that I've played a whole lot of Heroes. I'm a lifetime sub to Star Trek Online, a lifetime sub to this game, and if Lifetime had been available for Neverwinter, I would have gotten that too. Hey, Vorp. And okay, complete the battle. What else we need? One more cannon part. Pick those up. Like that. And that will defend the cannon. Yeah, I've bought 3 lifetime subs for games. Lord of the Rings Online, definitely worth it. I've got, I added up just my main characters. I have 5,500 hours in Lord of the Rings Online, just in my main 9 characters. Star Trek Online, I played an enormous amount. Now, mind you, I was in the beta for that. I was disappointed. I came back a few months later, 6 months, maybe a year later, and that game had improved so much that I immediately lifetime subbed. I lifetime subbed to this when it came out because I was a big City Heroes fan, or yet another good game. I haven't played this one as much as I played the others, but I think I've gotten enough.
After participating in a successful open mission, you may receive a reward.
Let me go get my reward. But basically, if it's an MMO, especially the Western ones, I've played pretty much all the AAAs at one time or another. I can't think of anything I haven't at least tried. I've tried a lot of the smaller games and some of the Asian games as well, the Eastern games. But as I said, variety streamer, so I've played in the last week, I played Guild Wars 2, I played City of Heroes on stream. I was away for...
The cannon is completed? Great! We must prevent any more
Power
QR
set
from
in this
entering
game?
the headquarters.
Darkness, I think.
Dr. Silverback analyzed the data you collected and pinpointed the source of the entry. We
I've
must
had a
prevent
lot of
any
fun
more
playing the
QR from
various Darkness builds. All of my older characters are freeform. because they're from before sort of Freeform was instituted.
Success inside the Champions building.
Most of the ones I've been creating over the last couple of years have been taking one of the archetypes and just playing them. Not only is that a Fellowship of the Ring poster, it's a Fellowship of the Ring poster signed by Gandalf, Ian McKellen. I won it in a contest. And yeah, that one was a boast. Let me tell you about the contest, and it'll seem less awesome. It was a Burger King contest many years ago, before the movie came out. Even they had this contest, which had it was one of the little paper placemats, and it had, I don't know, 8, 10, 15 questions on it, and they were hard questions, unless you were a Lord of the Rings nut like me, in which case they were still, significant questions. So I entered, and I won first prize, which was that. Thank you very much. The grand prize would have been a trip to, I think, to London to see it, but that was the first prize, was a signed poster. So yeah, that's the best burger I've ever had. And right behind that poster is my Blade Runner poster. Gee, what a surprise. Lord of the Rings and Blade Runner. Who'd have thunk? Take care of these jerks. Aliens and, what are these? Destroids? Dr. Defender bots? I can't remember.
Over here. We don't have much time.
Well, the thing was, it was such a hard batch of Lord of the Rings questions. I knew I had a shot at winning, because they were really tough. Now, if you busted out your copy of Lord of the Rings and you scoured it, you could find answers. But how many people are going to do that for?
Over here. We don't have much time.
Contest at Burger King. Mind you, I didn't have to bust out my copy of the Lord of the Rings because I've read it so damn many times.
Black Talon and his destroyed minions are about.
Alright, let's go defeat Black Talon. Because he's a jerk and a bad guy.
Black Talon is our adversary. He's a servant of Dr. Destroyer. And if we don't bring him down quickly, he'll lay waste to all Millennium City.
Sayings. Haha. Blocked it, punk. Get out of the way.
I'll hold off the reinforcements.
That'd be huge.
You're going to have to
Orbital
defeat
strike.
Black Talon on your own.
Pardon me, Black Talon. Have a seat. Oh, don't quite have a seat. How about now have a seat? I got a little carried away, told him to take a seat earlier. Well, this is just your basic Tenebrous archetype build, so.
You've shown great bravery today, my friend.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you to say, Xander. Really,
they
you're too
broadcast
sweet.
a high-frequency signal which drives the Kular crazy. That's what caused them to
Drive
attack.
them crazy. That's a tough get. Thank you very much. Thank you all for the follows. I really appreciate it, guys. So I regularly stream at about this time. Actually, normally starting about 10 minutes from now. For 2+ hours, most nights. Whatever I'm playing will be either a matter of whatever I feel like. Oh, it'll always be whatever I feel like. It'll either be a matter of playing one game a bunch for a while or bouncing around. I do bounce around a lot.
The beacons are down. Let's launch Ironclad.
I am also a fount of information about computer games. Thank you again. Thanks all of you guys.
This door leads to the defense control room.
I bought my first computer in my 79, I think? 79 or 80, and I bought it exclusively to play games on. Later on, it did help me get my degree, but I
Go for it. Launch the Ironclad defense.
Play video games, play computer games. An Apple II Plus. And it's been my primary method for recreation, other than, say, reading, ever since.
Seal the shell. We don't have much time.
You tell him, Ironclad.
Ironclad's hypervelocity shell easily penetrated both the shield and the mothership's armor.
Yeah, we're superheroes, we get it.
The destruction of the mothership sent the Kular into confusion.
Foolish Kular.
The surviving aliens fled.
Chicken truck. I have not. I've never gotten deeply into the end game stuff. And I only have one character at cap. I have 35 characters or something like that. It's the same disease I have in City of Heroes.
I
Why
monitored
advance
your
a character
progress
when you
through
can
the
create a new
Kular
character
invasion
because
simulation.
you've got an idea?
Very impressive. Thank you again for helping test this. The powerhouse is a
Yeah, terminal alt-itis. One of the things I am thankful for, given the naming, the namespace that Cryptic uses in their games, where there's always the invisible handle name, that you can share names with other people, I think is a huge advantage, because there's nothing quite as frustrating as coming up with an awesome name for your superhero, say, and then realizing that someone's already got it. I see the advantage of the sort of standard namespace. The disadvantage you get is something like Guild Wars 2, which has a shared namespace across the entire game. That's millions and millions of characters, and they all have a unique name. And they want me to watch the videos. Hey, that was a great video. Let's watch another. You'll understand, I've seen these once or twice or 40 times.
Let's discuss.
Let's. Thank you again. I appreciate all of the follows. I really do. And a prime. Well, that's just double special. Thank you very, very much. Biff Smackwell. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Might have gotten that one right. Thank you very, very much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Just today I saw what appears to be the limit for the number of characters you can have in this game, which is 125. Yeah, I'm just... It doesn't really matter the game. I have alts in all of them, and when I'm not allowed to have alts, I actually dislike the game more for that. An example would be Final Fantasy XIV, the ability to get all of the abilities, all of the jobs on one character. I find that a disincentive rather than an incentive. I think I'm in the minority on that one. Let's train up. I get my new primary. Presents. And Shadow Ray. Travel power. Let's go with something a little bit different. Tunneling is enormous fun. I'm just not sure it's particularly a good fit for this specific character. Slinging is a blast. Teleportation. I think I have to go with flying again. Just fits the character so much better, so yeah. We'll go with vanilla flight for now anyway. And out we go. Paragon City awaits. Oh, I didn't get the starter pack. Always read your quests, boys and girls. Like that. Alright, what do we got? QLR mines, those go downstairs. I can go there. And this is going to drop a whole bunch of stuff. And bags. Don't remember if I open it up in the second bag, does it all stay in the second bag? Let's find out. Nope. Got gloves, a jacket, and a goofy looking helmet. And off we go. Last night I created a new character. Instantly bumped him up to level 30. Played around with him a bit.
Millennium City.
Not to bump this one up to 30. Although, I could have sworn I saw that there was a bump him up to 20 option, but it doesn't look like it. One level or level 30. Level 20 doesn't just want to double check. I don't know why I thought I saw one for 20, but I thought I saw one for... Nope. Alright, well... Hi, Defender, it's me. Remember we... Oh, no, that was a simulation. Yeah.
Good to see you. Trouble is brewing in
Good to be
Westside,
seen.
and we could use your help.
Drifter. That. Talk to him. Hi, Drifter. Off. Over here. Aim ourselves a little more accurately. So I hope everyone's Friday evening is the start of a weekend. It would be glorious. But I'd settle for great. Sometimes I'd settle for good. And we're going to beat up some gang members. Don't worry, they deserve it. I was surprised last night while I was futzing around. I saw a lot more players than I expected to. I haven't played Champions Online for, I don't know, 6 months. Something like that. So I was just pleasantly surprised to see so many people running around. The main area, is it right center? I mean, that's the one thing you most want to see in a game that is not heavily populated. You want to log in and be pleasantly surprised by the number of players. The opposite being obviously the thing you desperately don't want to see. And I have experienced that in my time. I've lived through the shutdown of many a game that I dearly loved. Star Wars Galaxy, that was a toughie. Heroes, Wild Star. I'm gonna make myself cry. Lockbox! I need to save one more restaurant. There's the perk registering for the Iron Cloud event. Just a bit. Eat soul sucking energy. That didn't quite. So I need 6 more gang members. Oh, yeah, well, that's what happens if you subscribe since launch with a lifetime sub. I mean, to a degree, I've had the same sort of thing with Star Trek Online. Except I spend them more often there. I need 3 more. Oh, the amount I have spent on Star Trek Online keys. I've never hit a grand prize, and I've gone through literal hundreds of keys. Fortunately, I have a friend who's, let's just say, a little more free spending than I, and has given me a number of them over the years. It's good to have friends. Strongly recommend friends who spend too much on a game so they'll give you stuff. Key, I believe, has gone back to Lord of the Rings Online, which is, as I said, a game I've spent the most amount of time. 3 games I've spent the most time in, as far as I can figure. I have 5,500 hours in Latra, like I said. The nine characters. Amongst the 9 characters I've played most, or 9 of each class I've played most. I have almost 4,000 in Guild Wars 2. I do not know how much I have in WoW. I'll need to check the next time I subscribe and roll through my most played characters and come up with an approximate number. Yeah. You? Select, what do I want? Secondary, no. Yeah, we're going with that second one. I don't know, level 7. What do we got? That's primary, nope. Lockbox, go down there. It's a secondary, so we go with that. Yes, my friend is named Flonius. If you ever see him online, ask him if he'll give you a lockbox ship. Oh, what was the one he gave me? No, I ended up buying them. He gave me some of the, can't remember the name of the race. There were only like 3 of them left alive. Oh, we've got goodness. Well, let's see. Our primary is presence, I think. So how about a little bit of recovery and presence? Presence, Kyle. Presence. The alien race that there were only 3 of left alive in Star Trek Online. They have some of the coolest looking ships. Anyway. He gave me one of their ships, and I ended up earning enough to buy more expensive. Guys, excuse me here. Guys, hey, come on now, be nice. Okay, don't be nice. Just have a nice lay down. I'll enter the sewer because every MMO, RPG, or just regular RPG always ends up in the sewer. Don't do this to me again. Last night, the first time I changed map instances, the server did not respond. Looks like it's working. Hi there, and welcome to all of you who are hanging around. I appreciate it. It's still moving. It's just moving slow. The bar is moving. Yeah, I know. Last night it did time out on me once. The first time I did a map swap. Just like this. So keep in mind it may go belly up on me, in which case I'll just restart. Like that, say. It happens. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. I'm coming back. I promise. And if you believe me, that's set up. I have her over here. I'm pretty sure that's outside of my powers as a streamer. If it were up to me, I'd say sure. It's thinking. Thank you. What did I say? I said Paragon, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. You know, I bounce around games. What can I say? Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Wake up. Actually, last night, there was a period where it bonked me back out again. I think probably because it was still cleaning up the server connection. Yeah. Well, keep in mind, both games were developed by the same company. I assume some of the same people worked on the game. Didn't all go to Paragon Studios when they spun them off. My apologies for this, but doing my best. It does, doesn't it? Oh, that's it. That one is embarrassing. That one's embarrassing. That one I can change, because it is embarrassing. Yeah. Yep, give me a sec here. That's, yeah. And yet they still rated me. Thank you, Cryptic. Very thoughtful of you. We're back here, and this is still just hanging there. I had to do this last night as well. I had to go to the task manager and give it a kick in the head so it would clean up the connections, I assume. There we are. Boot to the head. We'll try that again. This time for sure. Exactly. I recreated a lot of my characters in that other superhero game. The Candiru. Yes, I named a character the Candiru. If you're familiar with the Candiru, you may have heard of it. It's a South American catfish, very small South American catfish with disquieting tendencies. The dink was one of mine back in the original days.
We're the best.
Auntie Matter,
Should've made another
always
drop
been a
by
favorite
now.
of mine.
Don't know, boss.
She exists in both games.
There they are. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Surfing
run
now.
for it.
That's right, it's me, guys. You should have run when you had the chance. Edge, punk. You gang punks. You just don't understand. Making things worse for all of the citizens of both Paragon and Millennium cities, for that. Your soul is mine. Om nom nom. The sewers. The sewers never change. Really, the sewers never change.
Seal the door. You got it.
That hair is... That is an artifact from a bygone day, for sure. Having a nice lay down. Good, good. And until recognition. Soul devouring goodness. Character is named to be Soul Siren. She eats souls. You know, everyone's got to have a hobby. Code. Now we'll operate the door. This would be a clue to you if you are, let's say, an up-and-coming supervillain, or even just, you know, a minion. Don't keep the code on your person. That's simply not. It's not good common sense. Just like if somebody asks you to repeat what the password is, don't just say it. Makes it too easy for the good guys. Realistically, you want to make the good guys earn beating your ass. You want to make it easy for them. I think. Continue my soul devouring here. He was scared. Yeah, probably shouldn't laugh at that, guys. That's Tommy gun, huh? great. He's winding up again. Blocked. Haha. There's just something about the soul drain. It's very, got it. I love when we get David Hypan, I think is the character's name, and it's voiced by the same guy who did David Lopan in Big Trouble in Little China, whose name is eluding me. Oh, damn it. Crap. James Hong. I just love that they have a parody of David Lopan in here, and they got the same voice actor. That's perfect. Pardon me, guys. Line up for me. Thank you. Very nice when they line up for me. A lot of these guys, they don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the social niceties. Shooting at you. Being hostile, unfriendly. Okay, that I did not hear about. I may have to actually give that one a proverbial Google. Hi, guys. My favorite line is one of James Hong's lines, David Lopan's lines from Big Trouble in Little China, where Jack Burton says, "I don't get it." And his response is, "You were not put on this earth to get it, Mr. Burton." Bad guys, bad guys, bad guys. What you gonna do? Answer, I'm gonna run over here and give out answers. Locked it. More delicious soul juice. It's not actually called soul juice. If it was, that would be worse. Delicious. That is maybe my favorite attack in the whole game, the channeled cone attack. It's just fun. It's just plain fun.
Good work, hero. I've penetrated the
Thanks,
other side
Defender.
of the building. Let's investigate further. Let's trap these miscreants between us.
Miscreants, dude. It's like you're trying to sound like you're in a comic book, even though you're in a comic book. I have a character who has the force attacks, and I can't remember which is which. There are a number of really stellar feeling attacks in this game. That is just a huge deal when you can get an attack that feels really... Here he is.
Too long have we been at each other's throats like a pack of feral dogs.
I will not interrupt this.
The red Kirar attack has weakened the MCP. Now is the time to unite and claim what should be ours. It seems we have uninvited guests. I just remember the most pressing engagement elsewhere. Time to go.
Alright, now they're all going to run around, start shooting at each other and all that stuff. Line up. Suck the souls. it, loser. Well, me and Fender. Got a couple more guys over here. More soul sucking. Mmm, delicious. Hi, Defender. I think we have triumphed over evil again. Oh, a little bit of practice. You can get pretty good at defeating people. Recovery, Dex, recovery, self-recovery. I'm sure many of my characters have more recovery than they need. Get out over there, I think. Depends on the souls. Some people's souls are hardly worth anything at all. There's an old line from a very, very old piece of National Lampoon humor called The Deteriorata, where one of the lines is, keep in mind that a walk through the sea of most souls would scarcely get your feet wet. Oh, off by one error. Go back to Kodiak, we'll cash it in. I need to take a quick break to get myself the rest of my coffee. In the meantime, I'll be back in 30 seconds. And note, I did not change that to be appropriate. Add that up. There was much rejoicing. Okay, there was some rejoicing. It's possible there was rejoicing involved. Talk to Max Planck. Let's do that right now. That's like the crafting quest, if memory serves. That is entirely correct. You could make an argument that using Comic Sans while playing a comic book game is, while abhorrent, understandable. However, using Comic Sans all the rest of the time, it's almost a hate crime. And mods in Fusion. For Max, there he is. Hi, Max.
Some upgrades can be modified to better suit your powers, but before you can do that,
I don't think Max
you
Planck
need to learn one of the three modification skills: arms,
could be mistaken.
mysticism, or science. Gear is modified with mods. They can be obtained as mission rewards and from defeated enemies, but most mods come from skill objects. The skill you select determines the skill objects from which you can collect mods. Each time you use an object, there's a chance for your skill to increase. Speak to me to learn more about each skill type or to select a modification skill.
Thank you, Max. Optional training. Mysticism, I think. Yes, mysticism. Investigate the skill object. Hello, skill object. Interacting with it.
Higher modification skill levels allow you to access objects containing higher rank mods. Fusion allows you to create more powerful mods from weaker ones. Open the Fusion interface by holding down Control and right-clicking on a mod, interacting with a Fusion table,
I have in the
or
workplace
clicking on the Fuse tab in your inventory. Place a stack of 5 or more identical mods in the mods slot.
One of my
Your
coworkers,
chance of successful fusion appears.
a relative,
This chance is modified by skill level.
and they had put a memo out.
Place a catalyst in the
saying that they were
catalyst
taking
slot to
collections
increase
for-
the chance of success.
I don't remember exactly what.
When you're happy with your chance
But
of
the memo,
success, press the fuse
talking
button.
about the person whose relative had passed away wasn't Common Sense.
Voila! 5 of the original mods are replaced by a new mod of the same type, but with higher rank.
That's the thing that happened.
If the attempt had failed, one of the stack mods would have been lost. Mods can be placed in primary upgrades that have modification slots. Not all mods work with all primaries, however. Defensive primaries,
never
for instance,
ascribe
only accept
to,
defensive
malice
cores
that
and
can be
enhancements. To modify a
adequately
piece of
explained
gear,
by
hold down
incompetence.
Control and right-click on it, or select the gear in your inventory and press the Modify button. To modify the gear, simply drag the mod from your
that's the
inventory
theory.
and
I
place
am-
it
I
in
am
the
one who
desired
is
slot.
prone
Press the Commit button
lean
when you are
towards
ready to make
it
the
smacks
modification
of
permanent.
malice.
New mods can be installed over
At what
old
point does
ones,
willful
but the
ignorance
old
become
mod
malice?
is destroyed in the process. Mods can be
All
removed.
right, I got it. Thanks. Jeez, dude. Thank you. I mean, really, but... Mod. Use them. I have a modder. Slot it in my upgrade. That's a... Hey, that's a random person. I do have something with a slot in it, do I not? Thought I did. Mods go brr, indeed. I thought I had something with a socket. Am I hallucinating? Again? Nothing looks like it has a socket available. Slot the mod into my upgrade. Which upgrade? Did I get another upgrade that I'm not aware of? Nope, doesn't look like it. Am I missing something somewhere? No. Was it double click to install? Well, maybe I... You are. That was a good idea. Use. Modify. None of my items seem to be modifiable. Oh, so it did move in there. It did. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't see where I have anything that actually has a socket in it. So I don't think I can do this yet. My memory is that there was something you could socket, but maybe not. It does not appear to have done so. I mean, everything here is grayed out in all of my bags. And none of these are showing a socket, but I thought the secondary had a socket. I'm right, it didn't show up sitting there. Ha-ha! Triumph is mine. I was right, I had gotten one, but I was shocked that the socket didn't show up while the item was in use, so to speak. Like that. But, hey, I figured it out eventually. I'm smarter than I look, or our testing indicates. I get to talk to Max again. Hi, Max. How you doing? We're looking good. Have you lost weight? I love what you've done with your lack of hair. Okay. Take care of that. Do I have any more training to do? Late, I must have something, right? Let's just pop into the powerhouse real quick. Hi, guys. I have received Harbinger, which I will accept. Let's see. Increases the effectiveness of my healing, my damage, absorbs a little bit of damage when I'm whacked. Uses a life drain ability, increases my life drain healing by many amounts. Many amounts. I'm now more dangerous than I was. Dangerous. Okay, now dangerous. Still just a beanie little hero. Alright, back to the new purple gang. Is that in the warehouse? It's been a while. I can remember the old days when, if memory serves, you started out having to choose to either go to Canada or the desert. And I know those areas reappear as, I think, level 20 zones now, but I think originally you had to choose between them. Find the plans for Kodiak. Well, at least it's not sewers, you know? My memory is, and again, I'm old, and the old melon doesn't work as good as it used to, is that after the tutorial, you had to choose one of those two. Now, I may be jumping ahead or mixing up my memories, because after all, the game's been around for quite a few years. They've made a lot of changes. So yes, when I say my memory is something, that doesn't mean that it has anything to do with the truth. My memory occasionally will get weird, incidental little stuff right. The rest of the time, I can't even give myself a 50-50 on that. Well, I need to get his plans. I don't need to actually, wipe out every gang member on the planet. But if they're in my way, they gotta go. Yeah, just because I remember it one way doesn't mean it was the way. And they have changed it a bunch. One of those where I do wonder what it was, which was the accurate thing, as far as what was occurring back then. Not that it matters, just because I'm curious to know if I'm remembering correctly or incorrectly. Of course, there's the robot recreation area. Well, something blew up and finished him off. I'm not objecting. Villains. Gangsters. Just all kinds of bad guys. Him. I'm not incredibly happy with this character's visual design. It's not bad. I don't seem to quite have the touch I used to have for my character creations. Systematic jacket. I think, generally speaking, most jackets are pretty systematic. You wear them and they keep out the cold. Not a particularly deep and meaningful system, but I think we've got the documents. Flight. I will say that there is one thing that this game sadly definitely does not do as well as City of Heroes. The super jump in City of Heroes is implemented better. However, this one does have the equivalent of the web swinging travel power, and I find that one to be an absurdist's delight. That I could swing my way over to the other half of the city, despite there being nothing in the air for me to swing from. It's a glorious implementation of a comic book standard. I mean, we see how Spider-Man swings. Physics doesn't quite work that way. Defeat new purple gang goons southeast of the city jail to obtain their wardrobes that go in disguise. Hi guys. three pieces. Sure. I just need some pants. Really, do you think they're going to mind if I show up without pants? Yeah, I just love the fact that it makes perfect comic book sense. It's such a iconic comic book thing to be able to do, and their implementation in this it's flawless. I have pants. Yeah, so I've not played the Spider-Man game. I've heard nothing but good stuff about it, and particularly the web slinging is supposed to be extremely fun. So the swinging mechanic here in Champions Online is terrific as well. Strength and int, recovery. Yeah, we'll take recovery. Here, that is primary defense. Primary defense is a better. Have a secondary for that. Gallows takedown. Oh, memory serves. This is a tough fight. Go to the warehouse. Oh no, Talus isn't the one that's tough. Well, it's tough, which is not the one I was thinking. Can't remember the name of the one I was thinking of off the top of my head. Because as we said, my brain. Jeez whiz. And we're almost there. I was looking in the wrong place. How about we head over there instead? To where we're supposed to be going. Oops. It's possible I did not choose wisely. But it's fine. Put on the purple gang disguise. There we are. I look good. I make this look good. Oh, no. Not again. No. No. Cryptic hosted me. You're embarrassing them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, possible that we may time out again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is not going to end well. Hi. Oh, yep. Dun, dun. Let's try again. Hopefully the session has been successfully closed. Looks like it. Maybe. So let's see, we've got what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. 26. 33 characters. How many characters I have. Alright, I still look good. Let's see, what do we got? I must get this right for Poe. Now, he's a master villain. Tell me what I need him to tell me. That's it. Kevin Poe is the tough fight I've got coming up. This one's tough, but Kevin Poe when I know I've failed on it past occasion. Not tonight. Go ahead. I'm gonna fly now. Here, then we'll just drop the flight, put back on the disguise, and we'll go out the way we came. Easy peasy. Possibly lemon squeezy. Not clear on that Is it safe to fly around while you're wearing a gang costume, a gang outfit, gang colors? Not sure. I figure it's likely that some superhero or another will come flying by and decide to shoot me out of the air. Better call Bill. Saul. Bill. Too bad. If they'd gone with Saul, they'd have been ahead of their time. Alright, what do we got? Primary offense. Recovery. Boost. Presence. Gain a bunch of recovery. Recovery's in a pretty good place right now. It's cash. I'm now level 9. I'm done. Let's see. There we go. Ranks and advantages. Well, history tells me that I just love Shadow Embrace. You can power it up. 2 points. Dark Displacement adds a chance to knock down. That's pretty good. Fatal Allure, feared, have a chance to be notched towards you. Great force, potentially going clear head. Well, it sounds like fun. I'm not sure that was that. Heals you for a small amount of target hit, so it's a life drain. Nailed to the ground applies nailed to the ground, preventing you from using travel power. Accelerated tab, a challenge is basically a taunt, I believe. Accelerated metabolism allows it to return energy over time. Well, we definitely want to increase its damage. By what, 20%, I think? Alright, and we are now off to rescue scientists who are in the sewers. Why are bad guys like why do they like sewers so much? It's not sanitary, right? Everyone knows you're down in the sewers, so I mean, that's not a great hideout. I just think you could do better than sewers. Oh, okay, I'll buy that. That's not good. I did not play that particularly well and had to burn a heal. Alright, fine. Alright, I have freed you. To wait for him to get clear. Alright. 1. Yeah, I cleared 1. Freed 1 science. I will free 1 science, please. Another scientist to be freed. It's part of the thing about being the hero. You gotta be the good guy, you know? Free the scientists. Despite the fact they probably did something to deserve to be on. I have no idea what it is, but I'm just saying the problem. And have a seat. Have a lay down. Mind you, despite the fact that I'm devouring their souls, they'll be fine when they wake up in a local jail or prison, you know? I'm not actually killing them because that wouldn't be heroic. I'm just eating their souls. I will note that given the ferociously huge amount of extraordinary physical damage that Batman has dished out over the years, he must have killed literal dozens of people. So sure, he never intentionally killed anybody, maybe. But there's no way that he didn't accidentally a couple of times. You know. Boxers die. Football players occasionally die. That should be 3 out of 3 scientists. Get out of there. That's exactly correct. I'm out of here. Stop cheering for yourself, dude. It's so hard to get. Back to Kodiak. Start our flight. Hi, Kodiak. How you doing? I don't know, man. Being all furry like that, having sort of monkey feet, it has to be unbearable. Wayne. Kevin Poe is determined to make the new Purple Gang the biggest and baddest on the side. That's why Kevin Poe employed Waylon Talos to create psychic super weapon that will depower anyone with superpowers. It's a dire consequence for every superhero in the city. It gets even worse, Soul Siren. If this psi bomb goes off, it may also cause permanent brain damage to every civilian caught in its blast radius. Defuse the bomb before he turns the West Side into a neighborhood of drooling, brain-dead zombies. So, voters. The new Purple Gang hideout is north of the city jail entrance. Big warehouse. I will follow the enormous blue glowing arrow in the sky on the off chance that that's where it's pointing. Strangely, it looks like it might. Somebody just put into chat, casual reminder, Champions Online is dying. I think they were joking because the people were chatting this evening. It's actually cool. As a lifer, I find that pleasing. Frankly, I would love for more games. Everyone treats it as sort of a terrible thing when a game goes on maintenance. Don't do it again, guys. Just don't do it again. But a game going, there we go, thank you. A game going on maintenance is way better than a game going on maintenance. And I don't think this one's on maintenance just yet. They have made a few little additions to the game and tweaks and stuff over the last couple of years. I would love to see them give it to Star Trek Online and bring out console versions. I have no idea how the console versions of Star Trek Online have done financially. But I would like to believe, right or not, that they could do the same with Champions Online. Because I have no idea also if they would consider that an open market or not. The fact that DCUO has been on consoles forever. I actually had a friend once upon a time, well, still a friend. He once upon a time worked for Cryptic, way back in the early days. And if you want to understand what is happening with our games in terms of why everything is free to play these days, I can tell you an anecdote which is a pretty simple one. He was working there at the time when and the time they brought out their first lockbox into Star Trek Online. He told me that in the first 2 days of the lockbox, the first lockbox of Star Trek Online, they got as much revenue as they had in the previous year. Oh, sorry. I cannot get. So that was his number that he told me, that in 2 days they made as much money from the first lockboxes in Star Trek Online as they made in the previous year. This is why we can't have nice things. Not because of Star Trek Online, but because of the financial realities of the gaming world now. Again, they're coming at me. So, I know a lot of us old-timey gamers, we bemoan the changes in monetization. Well, when they first started microtransactions in games, I assumed micro meant they'd be small. And in most games, they're not. Because they can make more money off a microtransaction that is hugely overpriced, and they'll just sell a few of them. The best example of that, to my mind, sadly, is Path of Exile. A terrific game, despite my misgivings over their last several content patches, that charges terrifying amounts of money for their microtransactions, for the cosmetics that almost no one will ever see. But they make, I am sure they've done their market analysis, and they found, if we sold this for $250,000 and sold $1 million, we won't make as much as if we sell them for $25. And so the game players, us, who dislike it all, they've got to make their money. That is their objective in existence. Doesn't mean we or the people working for them got to like it, because we don't. I'm sure that the people working there don't like it either. But it's an inevitability of the market. It's one of the things that I think gaming is still trying to deal with, trying to figure out how it's going to deal with. What are they going to do? So much of the potential game buying market, players now expect everything to be free to play, which is also not a sustainable thing. Not all games can be free to play. That's just not going to work. I blocked you. Certainly when I get a game, even a free-to-play game where I figure I'm getting my entertainment value out of it, I don't want to say I'm enthusiastically happy to spend money, but I'm fine with spending money. I mean, as much as we would like to get everything for free, it ain't gonna fly. So we gamers, we like to blame the game companies, but they wouldn't do it if it didn't work. Although I will say, certainly sometimes they completely misunderstand the audience, for instance. Trying to put mobile game type microtransactions into PC games or console games, I don't think is going to ever work. Those are entirely different player bases. But it's similar to how they look at something like games as a service. Well, we can make every game a service, and then we'll just get all the recurring revenue, and everything will be great. That's not really the way it's going to work. But they will simplify things whenever they can, because they want them to work out that way. That's one that drives me crazy, is the assumption that just because it works in mobile gaming, it'll work in PC or console. That's historically, that's not it at all. Oh, that's certainly true, Kanaka. They will enthusiastically embrace bad ideas if they think it can do something positive. I mean, the NGE for Star Wars Galaxies, for those of you who may not be familiar with it, was basically implemented because WoW came out and was making all this money. And the response from Lucas was largely, we've got Star Wars, how come these guys are making so much more money than we do? Make this game like WoW. And it was not well received, let's put it that way. But that was the logic behind it. It was terrible logic. The player base for Star Wars Galaxies at the time was extraordinarily different from the WoW player base. But somebody had got this idea in their head. The Helm's Deep class changes and the SWTOR 7.0 changes are far more closely related to each other. In each case, somebody at the project management or program management level decided they had to earn their money by implementing large-scale changes to the game systems. For whatever reason, how they can think that these are going to bring more players into the game, I don't understand, but... or get more money from the existing player base, neither of those things has occurred in either game. So I think we can pretty much say that those would have been failures. The Star Wars The Old Republic changes have not been welcomed. The changes in Lord of the Rings Online were not welcomed by the players. In each case, they saw player numbers drop. And in the case of the NGE, they saw vast numbers of players vanish without a sound, except maybe a scream on the forums, one final scream on the forums. Sometimes somebody up above in the food chain will think they have to make a change because that's the only way to change the numbers, to make more money, get more subscribers, whatever. And they will usually do it by trying to simplify things and by not realizing what the current player base is going to do in response.
We have incoming, you incompetent dolt! Reset those capacitors now!
Well, well, well. Look who's already here. Why, you're just in time. To be too late. Think hard while you still can, hero. I'm about to liquidate the brains of you, your friends, and every citizen of Westside. When me and my new purple gang take over this town, it's gonna be so awesome. I promise it'll leave you idiots drooling.
I can already drool on my own. I don't really need your help. But hey. Nope, here we go again. Oh, he's got purple tendrils too. My purple tendrils are better than your purple tendrils. You could beat me here. This would make me sad. Yep, I think he's probably going to defeat me, which means maybe not. Ha ha ha! Victory is mine. I do not remember his original power selection. Pardon me, I have to defuse the Psi bomb. I only remember Kevin Poe as we just saw him. Again, my brain is telling me that you are correct in your description, but I do not recall it. But hey, I beat him. I beat you. Loser. Hey, at least I didn't teabag him. do like a game where you can do something like that. And certainly, this is a game where your options, when it comes to things like costumes and names and stuff, yeah, you could definitely do that. We're going back to Kodiak. I think we'll cash in. That'll get us below the 10. Da-da-da-da. I do remember the mind control stuff in there. Don't remember any details about it, but now that you mention it, I do remember something about mind control in there. Alright, let's see. No. 30 con, 30 endurance, 30 presence. Give up 16 int. Yes, actually, we will take that. I'm now level 10. Dun, dun, dun. Congratulations on hitting level 10. You gained access to the specialization tree. Speed. Power score. Specialization tree, left mouse button, right mouse button. And then commit. Well, I've been committed before. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. That when they did the rework, it seemed like everything got shuffled around as far as levels go. I don't remember it being anywhere near as much a single thread of quests as it is now for leveling, where you don't really have any choices. My brain tells me there used to be a lot more choices. I'll check in with the chief. First, let's see, that is not the one, that is the one. Give us additional presence, which is our primary reserves, and a bit of defense, so sure. Why not? We have 1 point. Let's see. Offense from items now grants a plus 0.1% healing for each point of offense. Well, healing a friendly target heals you. Healing. Increase the amount of hold strength, and gain 1 offense for every 10 presence you have. Let's go. I have another advantage point. Oh, only 1. Well, I have been a fan of Cryptic for a long time. I will say that their missteps over the last few years, or at least steps that I personally disagreed with, have damaged their rep. I still enjoy their games. No problem admitting that. But the change in Neverwinter to having 20 levels, and again with a single thread from level 1 to level 20, really, really damaged my enjoyment in the game an enormous amount. And before that, a whole bunch of deep system changes over time also were not to my liking, let's say. Oh, more recovery. Well, come on, it's a comic book, though. You could easily end up with 2 of them. Ranks and advantages, I only have 1 point. There's none of the 1-pointers I'm particularly interested in. Where are we off to? The chief. At the prison. Now we're talking. Exactly. It's one of the. It's easy to tell if a bad defender he's got a goatee. Promise. I promise. This doesn't mean that I'm the bad lens. Okay. I promise. Promise. I'm the bad lens. It's true. The evil lens. Hi, Chief. Thank goodness you're one of the good guys. Well, I do eat people's souls, so it's not. We haven't sussed that out yet. I fought the law, and of course, persecuting the prosecutor. Let's see, prisoners. I will wait until the event starts over here again, which I think is in about 4 minutes. And then I'll beat up some prisoners, because that will be double dipping. Oh no, these are the prisoners. Ah, yes, the escaped prisoners. Ah, yes, I need 15 of them. Well, I'll just get to work, you know, sucking their souls. The way I do. Hi, guys. That's 4. That is 4. Oh, don't want to particularly bother with villains, as they only count for 1. It's much better to eat a bunch of lower level souls, you know, like this. Get credit for 4. Ow, ow, ow! Owie, 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 as we say. That was not well aimed by yours truly. Let's try it again. Delicious, soul-eaten goodness. Oh, this should be all I need. There we go. Just that quick. Oh, come on, I had it fully charged. Let's see, primary utility. Nope. That's a lot of recovery. No, we'll stick with the presence and recovery. Take an until recommendation. Combination recommendation. Retrieve blueprints. No, we've got 36 seconds until reset. Then we'll start beating up the prisoners. I mean, of course, returning them in a pliant state so that the law enforcement officials can return them peacefully to their cages, cells. "13 seconds. 9, 8, 7. I'll stop counting. All right. It is now officially prisoner ass-kicking time. I think 2 people who had been involved in the last jailbreak. Right now, it looks like I'm the only person returning these rambunctious prisoners to their they're already paid for. All right, fine. There we go. to their accommodations, is what I was trying to say before two villains at once decided that they didn't like me. I prefer to have one villain or no villains, actually, if I'm to get my druthers. Half of them. Another until combination. $19 out of 30. He's a villain. Don't like the villains, man. I just want, people who want to line up in a nice, convenient way for me to return them to their cells. Bad. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's what, 23? 25. Grab that. Villain. Aha! You shot me, but fortunately, that's not another villain too. I think it is. The jail alarm is having the time of its life. Absolutely. And that is another villain. Time for Drizzle Drazzle Throne. Time for me to take a momentary break and fly away from the bad man who's shooting me repeatedly with a gun. I'll take a momentary break over here. I'll ask the police if they happen to have a donut. Stage, which I don't recall off the top of my head. I think it's there. I think there's a series of bosses who need to go down. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm up for taking out a whole raft of bosses. Hopefully somebody else will show up and help out with this quest. Spotlight, losing his religion. Musical reference. That's him. Well, if you happen to be around, you'd certainly be welcome. I wouldn't say no. I'd say yes. Lance Ginger Kid Carpenter. He's gone down. Power Brawl. Another master villain. I've got 20 minutes. As long as I'm not pulling more than one, I should be okay. That hurt. Something hit really hard. Down. I will take a moment to regain my equanimity. And here is Ziria. Somebody I know, perchance? burner. I love the pet. The pet is absolute awesome sauce. A 55-gallon drum of completely undiluted awesome sauce. Tim, Seven Fingers Herbal. I did most, Zeria was second, and Skrit was third. Skrit? We have a Skrit! You run from Skrit. Sorry, Guild Wars 2 reference. Thank you for the help, if you were Zeria or Skrit, or even if you're just at home rooting for me. As your favorite superhero, as far as we know. Thank you very much for the assistance, and your companion is freaking awesome. Is that one of the minis? Because he's terrifying. He's wonderful. Well, if I create a character with time travel, can I go back and get it? Because he's wonderful. Less wonderful, the ringing noise. Gotta say. Thank you very much for the assistance. Where are we pointed right now? That's the prosecutor one. Is that the only one I've got? Where's the jailhouse block? Retrieve the blueprints. Is that like, do I have to defeat mobs up and around the outside? My brain is telling me. Well, I mean, it is supposed to be a breakout, but yeah, it is. This guy is listed as being a shanker. Does he not realize that a shanker is what it's called that you get on your equipment when you have a venereal disease? Well, the thing is, if there was no alarm, I think I personally would be fine with just staying indoors. But if the alternative is to stay indoors with this sound or get away, yeah, I'm going to have to pass. We're missing this. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's also in the... Ah, okay. Yeah, it's down. Fine. Ah, thank you. Ooh, a master villain. I'm less impressed by him than I might be. If a single channel wasn't enough to annihilate him. So, the blueprints... Blueprints, are they... arsonists? Maybe? Maybe this is them? I don't know. Let's find out. I will search their inert bodies once I have prepared them to go back to jail, of course. I'm nibbling on their souls more than devouring, really. Maybe. Been hidden in plain sight in trash in the sewers. Oh, in the sewers. Yeah, that answers that. It's in the sewers. Hey, come to a full stop, you jerk. Exactly. Oh, no, not again. Not again. Please, not again. I nibble on their souls, and they decided to have a lay down. But it looks, I hesitate to say, like we are going to disconnect from the server again. try this again. And that's the last of the coffee. Segue over to water. Not vodka. It's water. No, it's not digging me anytime I make a transition into the sewers. Not, mind you, I'm not digging going into the sewers, but camera control, vital to a streamer. Oh, that looks like it worked that time. All right, that wasn't too bad. Oh, I still have what, the 1 point? Yeah, I still have 1 advantage point. So it's 6 blueprints, and if memory serves, they're all in like cases or it's a coffer. Oh, that's one of the crafty bits, right? Yes, it is. That's my first one. Yay! Go. Couple of drops. Anything tasty? Level 10 supply kit. I will open that in a bit. Secondary utility. Not as good as what I've got, I think. Catalyst here. 10 recovery. That seems slightly better. Not much, but marginal gains are still gains. I do not have a secondary defense, so I now have a secondary defense. Gosh, wonder why there are all these flies down here in the sewers. Oh, wait. No, I don't. Briefcases. Now it will be, I would say, 50-50 shot as to whether I'll have to fly back through after I've cleared everything out because I missed a briefcase. Well, there's 2 of them. I'd say that improves my odds significantly. That's entirely different from the snicked that you get when Wolverine goes snicked. Right, more maniacs coming up, I'm sure. That's 4 of the briefcases, 2 to go. The odds of my missing one have gone down significantly simply because I found 5 of the 6 already. Most of the time, that's exactly the kind of thing I miss and have to come back and look for. I am a person who has a lasting antipathy towards quests where it's find 6 things and there's only 6 things. If your quest says find 6 things, there should be 8 things in the quest. So that if you miss one, you don't have to double back. Fortunately, in this case, I found the 6 things. I'll go up. Some games do it. Some games are quite good about making sure that there's more what's-its than you need to find. It is not very common amongst any of the older school games, and I would call this an older school game. Yes, give me my experience points. Where's the weasel? Range behind the breakout. I think we want persecuting the prosecutors. We haven't done that one yet. I know it was always a real pain in the butt in City of Heroes was particularly bad about having to find n many things and them only having n many things. And some of those maps, particularly the cave maps with multiple levels in some of the rooms. Oh, the pain, it still hurts. It's eroding my soul as we speak. Goes. Let's not go. He's a maniac. A maniac. Alright, let's go George Kruger. Escort quests. We all love our escort quests. Why are you standing there? Get moving. Keep going, George. If you could pick it up a little, that would be very helpful. Just love that skill. It's a great skill. Shadow Embrace. I like to think of it as Soul Suck. It sings to me as Soul Suck. And I think that's about it. He's got to, like, get to one of these crosswalks. And then I'm hero again. Come on, George. George. Yep, wave. Go. And we've got another quest over here. There's Gorilla. Another player. Memory serves they need to go inside for this one. Yep. The secret recruiting location. Let's see if it horks up on this one. Please don't hork up. There we go. Thank you for not horking. I need to defeat, no. Yes. Maniac's Recruiter, I think. I like batches of henchmen much better than heroes, you know? I like that they're all part of the synchronized falling team. It takes a lot of practice to be able for everyone to fall over like that at the exact same time. two of them. Oh, it's the quest where there's like a big stage with the recruiter on it. The recruiter is a female NPC. Pick up an old mattress. Your souls are mine. Yep, you guys are souls too. Didn't want to exclude you guys. See, that's the synchronized falling team. Masterpiece. Training, years of practice. Fall is one. We'll only get two this time. Not even quite on them. Oh, that's let down the team. All three of them in perfect unison. Teamwork. That's what I like to see. Yep, here's the...
You're probably all wondering why we freed you. We're giving you your lives back to make you a once-in-a-lifetime offer. Big things are happening. Big forces are joining together. And that means big heroes are going down. I know you want to be part of the mayhem. Join the maniacs! You don't have to be crazy, but it helps!
I like to laugh. Serves. The way to approach this is you work your way around the room, take out all the mobs before you get to Bossy. Lunatic up and top. And you always want to make sure you have full health before you take on a bunch or band of lunatics or muggers. These are just escaping prisoners. So. Perfect unison. Perfect balance in all things, as it should be. Possible I didn't come up with that as an original idea. Back here a little further, so we'll get our health back up. Pardon me. And, oh, you little thing. Now we know why you went into a life of crime. Because you're a rat fink. There's another one hiding back here. Jerks. The kind of bullies at school who would beat up the little kids on the playground. All right, Zoe Loft. Zoloft. Ah, I get it. Zoloft. Although it's pronounced Zoe. Pardon me again. That was not good. And to use the heal. I think she was going to beat me. That explosion that knocked me towards her was unpleasant and bad. I'd like to complain. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to complain to, but I did not like it. Exit stage left. Nowhere. Again, pardon me. Aha, I got away. We will return to the chief. Possible he's the chef, but it says chief, so I'm going to go with that. Might be a chef, too. Fly in and cash in a couple of quests, which should get us up to the and game 11, and let's see, decks now, presents, giving up, now, couple quests to do. Drop another thing in there. We have life drain, single target life drain. And heals me while I drain them. That will make dealing with the villains easier. We'll wipe out the regular mobs and then we'll just life drain the villains. Pardon me for a second. And we have 2 points again. Now, there was one thing we were looking at out here besides increasing just the straight damage with dark displacement. Adding a knockdown chance, 25% chance every tick. That does seem really good. Another, I think it's 20% damage. Yeah, another 20% damage also seems pretty good. You could also look at Harbinger. It's not a big increase, another 20% increase in the percentage of damage is not huge. We don't know about life drain just yet. Ooh, but it has something called vampiric sympathy, which is, it sounds really tasty. The heal component becomes an area effect centered on you that heals other people. I can see that being useful. I think for now we'll just go with the flat damage on Shadow. It's just such delightful fun. Let's see. Word of the Weasel. Speak to Albert the Weasel Tudbury. Or speak with the Onslaught agent at West Side. West Side, all around town. that. Thank you very, very much for hanging around. I really appreciate it. That goes for all of you. I, too, will be calling it an evening shortly, but I'm not quite there yet. Thank you for the assistance in the chat. In particular, chat is always welcome. At least for me, one of my basic rules of streaming is I'm a better streamer when there's an active chat and the stream's more fun. For me and for the other one. That's this is the Onslaught agent. What's he got?
Hello, hero.
Hello.
I'm sure you've heard what we've been up to on the streets.
Can't say
Would
I
you
have.
like to know more?
Okay.
Have you heard about supervillain Onslaught? I've got what you need.
What is supervillain?
Supervillain Onslaught allows you to get a device that temporarily transforms you into a mighty supervillain. Once you become a supervillain, you will be extremely powerful. But you'll need to deal with all the pesky
Golden lifetime
superheroes
subs.
trying to stop
Pardon
your
me.
rampage
Receive
through
a
Millennium City.
device once per day
Once
for
you're
free.
defeated or the device wears out,
Permanently
you'll return to normal.
supervillain. You can use Onslaught tokens to play them. Buy Onslaught tokens with Guardian tokens or question IT.
Have you heard about supervillain Onslaught?
I have now.
I've
Thank you.
got what you need. As an Onslaught supervillain, you earn villain tokens by defeating player heroes and taking out target. Have you heard about supervillain Onslaught?
Yes, I heard. Thank you.
I've
God, so annoying. One should be in that direction. Fly. A little bit west of south. Okay. And we're speaking to Albert the Weasel Tudbury. The Weasel. No doubt a term of endearment from his fellow, life. Use the holo inducer. Yeah, I thought I remembered. To make myself look like a maniac. Remember the first time going in here and fighting everything, and oh dear, here we go. Don't do it again. Just don't do it again. If we crash out again, I will be calling it an evening. That's a threat. And on that note, so other than the server weirdness tonight, I had a good time. I hope you guys did. I really appreciate the raid was awesome. You guys hanging around even awesomer. The follows awesomer still, and a sub too. It's I was going to say a good night's work, but I just did my normal shtick. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I should be back again tomorrow at my usual time, give or take 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and that can be a little earlier or later. I have a Discord. I always put up information on my Discord if I'm going to be late or early. Please feel no pressure. Also, if you do join the Discord, be aware that sometimes it seems to not pay attention to the fact that there is no duration on how long that code is supposed to be good for, and it will boot people who have not been booted by me. If that happens, please just let me know. But I am going to call it here. I hope you all have a great Friday night, and even better weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night, guys. Great night tonight, guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Take care, and ciao for now. Night, guys.